Hey, welcome back to Karen's Papercraft. Thank you very much for watching. Wat leuk dat je weer kijkt. Dankjewel. Today I'm showing you how you can make a simple card with just some simple supplies. Just one stamp set, bird's eye view, some paper and some ink. It's for an Instagram hop, and if you go to my Instagram account, Karen's Papercraft, from there you will find links to what the others have designed. You can get more ideas. If you want to find out how you can make this card, come and join me. You don't need much for this cute card, just some paper, a stamp set, bird's eye view. I've used Early Espresso and Parakeet Party, and then I've used my stamping blends, Daffodil Delight, Pool Party, Granny Apple Green and Cajun Craze. I'll start by showing you how to make the card base. And I don't have any scraps, so basic white Parakeet Party I'm going to cut the card base. I just need to create some room here. It is 10 by 5 inches, so it's a square card, 5 by 5. So first I'm going to cut the 10 inches, that is in centimeters 25.4, and then here I'm going to cut 5 inches as well. Which is 12.7. And then I'm going to score this at 5 inches, or if you like 12.7 centimeters. And that's how you create the card base. And while I have my trimmer out, I'm going to cut the mat as well. I can close the arm now. The mat is 4 by 4 or 10.2 by 10.2. So I'm just going to simply cut 4 inches, 10.2 centimeters and 4 inches. So this is what you need for the card. First I'm going to stamp on the card base. And for that I'm using the Parakeet Party. And I'm going to use the leaves of the stamp set, and this is a B block. And I'm going to stamp in 2 opposite corners. Just along the edge. And see what that looks like, and I think that looks fine. Okay. Clean my stamp. And then I can show you how I stamp on the mat, so I can put this over here. And I did stamp in Early Espresso, and you don't normally do that if you want to colour with the blends. Now if you want to do a lot of intense blending, then the Early Espresso will run, and then I suggest you use Memento. I myself don't like Memento that much, because I think you very often don't get a good stamped image, but okay, that's me. Oh, I need the leaves, forgot about those. So I need another block for the bird. And put the leaves back on, and I need a larger block for the branch that the bird sits on, and that is an H block. And here you have the branch. See, these were stamped with Memento, and they do colour your stamps. Now of course you use your stamps, but with Memento it mucks it up and you don't get a good stamped image. So if I can, I will use my Early Espresso and you can use it with blends, but you don't. I'll just try to get it on, and here put the end of the branch against the edge of the card. That's good. So we're going to do the stamping, and I'll speed up for that and show you the process. And then I'm ready to colour, and I only have the one pool party left. My light one had run out, and I have to place an order at the end of this month, so I'm going to make do with just the dark pool party. And if you're quick about it, as I explained to you, the ink won't run. But if you intend to do a lot of blending, then the ink will run. But here I'm using a very light touch. So just quickly colouring. You should experiment with that, and if you think you don't get good results, then use the Memento Tuxedo Black. But here you see just some darker, and then I blend just a little, and you see the ink is still okay. And I'll do the same thing with the branch with Cajun Craze and with the leaves with Granny Apple Green. That's the colouring done, and now I can put it onto the card base. See how easy it is? And I'm using dimensionals, and you see why I used a matte and not coloured on a white piece of cardstock, because the ink bleeds through. And I'm going to use the stamping dimensionals to give the card, well, the word says it, to give it some dimension. And I am using a lot. They're not expensive, and I don't want my card to buckle. I'll just see from here. That looks okay. So then you take away all these little pieces of backing paper. Right. And then I'm going to stick this on in the middle. So I'm holding it in both hands and try to figure out where I get an even border all around, because here when you use your Tombow glue, you can glue it flat of course, and you get some leeway because you can move the cardstock around a bit, but with your dimensionals, stuck is stuck. That's it for today. Through my Instagram account you can get more ideas on this theme, just ink, papers and a stamp set. All the details for this card are on my blog, and the link is in the description box below. Leave me a question or a comment, I'd love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching, dankjewel voor het kijken en see you next time. Bye bye, tot ziens!